I've come to the HQ of Canon UK to take an exclusive first look at this new camera from Canon, the SX30 IS, and I'm here with Dave Parry of Canon UK, who's going to tell me a little bit about this camera. Could you tell us what's special about it, David?
Yeah, the most exciting thing about this camera is its 35 times optical zoom, which actually gives you a range, if we talk about it in 35mm terms, of 24 to 840 millimeters. So it's actually the largest range of any camera at this level.
Okay, 24 to 840 millimeters.
That's correct, yeah.
Right, that's something. I guess it must have an image stabilization system to be able to use that kind of focal length.
Yes, it does. Yes, it has our most advanced image stabilizer, which is actually a 4.5 stop. We also have the ultrasonic motors on here from our EOS cameras, and also a voice coil motor, which gives you almost silent zooming.
Okay, obviously you can zoom whilst videoing.
Yes, you can. Yep. You have that full range of 35 times during movie as well.
Okay, and that's 720p HD.
Yep, we have 720 movies. You get stereo sound with that as well.
Okay. Let's just try and have a little zoom and just see what we can get from here, taking a view here.
It's got a mini HDMI port on there, so you can connect it directly up to your television and view your HD movies directly backwards.
This is a 24mm. So what about the sensor? What's the resolution of the camera?
We've put our 14.1 million pixel sensor on this one.
And what's the processor?
The processor is our Digit 4 processor. It has face detection on there. It also has smile detection and wink detection as well. It also has wink detection, okay. Yes, wink detection. And it also has the full range of Smart Auto on here as well. And the Smart Auto will actually work during movie.
So I see it has a vari-angle screen.
Yes, it does. It has our Pure Color 2 variable angle screen, which is one of the highest quality screens that we actually have on our DSC compact cameras.
And it's 2.7 inch?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. Obviously has an electronic viewfinder as well?
Yes, it does, yeah.
Okay. How do you switch between the two? Is there a button for that, or is it automatic when you
It's automatic when you actually close the screen off. It'll automatically go to the viewfinder. You also have dioptic adjustment on there as well, so if you don't use your camera, if you use your camera when you're wearing glasses, you can actually adjust it.
Okay. I see there's a dedicated video record button.
Yes, there is, yes. You can actually use it as a normal camera, then if you want to shoot movies just by pushing that one button, you can actually start it, or you do have a dedicated movie function on the camera as well.
Okay. Do you need to be in any specific mode?
To shoot movies, no you don't, but to adjust it, to change the different settings on the movie, you actually need to be in the dedicated movie button.
Movie icon.
Yeah.
And this is just, what does this alter? What modes does this alter?
This gives you the option to change between high definition movies or standard definition. Also gives you the ability to use the miniature effect in movie as well.
Okay. The styling is quite reminiscent of sort of your EOS cameras. It has that sort of slight look about it.
Yeah, we found that people actually really enjoy using a camera of this kind of style. So we've kept the styling very similar to our EOS. You notice it has got a hot shoe on it as well, so you have the functionality to use off-camera flash.
Oh yeah, okay. Right. And built-in flash as well.
Yes, yeah.
So on the mode dial, I can see you've got the full range of shutter priority, aperture priority, manual settings. So what are the buttons here on the back of the camera?
Yeah, we've got a couple of new buttons there. The most interesting one is the one at the top here, which is actually our zoom frame and assist button. What this one actually does is, when you're zooming in 35 times, if your subject actually moves outside of the viewfinder, it can be very hard to actually track your subject down and actually bring it back into the frame. Right. By using that one button, what the camera will do will zoom out until you see the subject again. You can put it in the centre of the viewfinder, take your finger off the button, and it will zoom back into where you were.
Right. So it's kind of for seeing what's outside the frame area that you've got?
Yes, it is, yeah, or for tracking down a subject that's moved outside the frame.
So there's a manual focus option here as well?
Yep. Yep, you can do manual focus on this. With this camera, actually, you can do a lot of functions that you would normally be able to do just on the G11, but we've added this to this camera as well.
So what you're getting here when you put in manual focus is this magnified square in the middle, isn't it?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. And then how do you adjust the focus? You turn the wheel?
You turn the wheel and it'll actually bring it into focus for you. Another major difference between this camera and its previous generation is that we've actually put a lithium-ion battery on this now. It actually shares the same battery as the G11.
Okay. And the previous one used AA's?
Correct, yeah, we take 4 AA's.
So what is the price and availability of the camera?
It will be available in early October, and the price will be £449.
Great, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Join me on this blustery fall day as we talk about the Canon POWERSHOT SX30 IS, the new super zoom fixed lens king in the digital camera world. And if you thought the Fujifilm FinePix HS10 was the ultimate stalker cam with its 30x optical zoom, well, the Canon POWERSHOT SX30 IS is the new stalker king. The SX30 IS is also the most transformed POWERSHOT this fall. In addition to its much larger 35x optical zoom, it has a larger LCD, more megapixels, a new self-timer mode, rechargeable lithium-ion battery in place of AA batteries, a revamped body design, HDMI port, and new scene modes. This year, Canon did away with the ugly two-tone scheme found on the SX20 IS and SX10 IS and went for a stealthy all-black design. Also, the architecture of this camera is a little revamped, and the hot shoe features a rubberized cover. It has a flip-up flash, large chunky mode dial, shortcut button in the back, a spinning control wheel for making adjustments, and we like what they've done with the focus options this year. Canon has migrated the manual focus and the macro into one selection, freeing up space for the exposure compensation on top of the four-way directional pad. The SX30 IS also retains the flip-out rotating LCD, only this year it's pumped up from a 2.5 inch to a 2.7 inch. So there's a little more real estate there. Canon also went to an electronic viewfinder that displays all the image information you find on the LCD on the electronic viewfinder. And the best part of this is we have a nice, large, chunky lithium-ion rechargeable battery, and the SX30 IS, like the rest of Canon's new POWERSHOT lineup, runs on SD and SDHC cards, but it also supports SDXC